Hey, it's school friends. So, just thought I would show you what's been coming through my channelings. Feels like I'm just finishing off with some touches of silver. This one comes to an end. And these channelings that come through used to come through when I was very young. They used to come through in what I'd call doodles. I remember being on a telephone, as in like I plugged in to the wall telephone, and we would have a book at the side of the telephone and a pen, and I would just end up sitting there doodling. But then as I went to school and my art teacher at school told me, well, actually he laughed at me and said my drawing was not drawing, it was rubbish. I really lost confidence and I stopped being creative. So recently, over the last 10 years, I started picking up pen, paper, and realising I can do automatic writing. I can talk to my higher self, look at my truest nature, and also beautiful angels and others that I've crossed over into the other realms. And, you know, these pictures that I do are not about being perfect. They're not really pictures. They're more portals. So they're portals to help you gaze and be really, really in that moment and appreciate what you have. Because when I put pencil to paper, that's what I become. So thoughtful of the moment of where I am and who I am. And in that moment, nothing else matters. I just become immersed with the oneness and I allow it to overlap with my energy. And I feel the overlap of where we're all overlapping with each other like a jigsaw puzzle. So I'm just putting the silver pieces into this channeling. And with all channelings, I don't tend to do like one sitting. I haven't so far. I tend to bring and download a certain amount of information onto the paper, and then when it's right, I come back to them when the time is right, when the alignments, the energies are right, and I come back to them and I realign with them. And I think that's so nice to have work in motion. So as you can see, we have the three as above, so below, and so within. And this is such a beautiful reminder to let you know that we're actually always plugged in. We're always tuned in. The frequency is always available for us. We just have to allow ourselves the freedom within to find that space and allow what needs to come out to come out. And as you can see, there's some code in what's come through as well. But this isn't quite finished yet, not quite finished. And as you can probably tell, I'm holding this camera, so it's a little bit wobbly. I just wanted to share the frequencies of what are coming through and just be really mindful of what's happening around you right now. Just know that you're going to go back to old paradigms, but in a new vibration, to be able to rework them, relearn, and move through mortal portals. So this is going to be a beautiful portal for somebody once it is done. kind of love it so much. But I gotta let it go. I have to let them go. It's a bit like crystals. I have to let them go because they're not all for me. But I really love the way that everything is interconnected. I feel this is really root embedment. I feel this is the energy coming through the higher channels, saying hello to us all, reminding us all that we are all communicators. We are all communicators. We're all here to communicate in our own way. And we have to remember that it's in our own way. We see so many people being really successful right now, but it's in their own way, and we have to find our own way into communication. I'm particularly drawn to this. I'd say this is like figure number 3. I'm really drawn to this here. I haven't started to work any silver through here yet, but I really love the fact that when I look at it from down at this angle, the image just looks like it's in between worlds, and I really love that. This will just look so awesome in kind of like an old wooden tiki kind of frame, or some kind of copper frame, or even a silver frame. But the colours used, you know, you can see the blues. Really pick up the blues when I hold it. Some peachy metallic pink. There's a tiny little purple through there as well. So it's a very healing portal. But to remember and remind you that energy is constantly moving, it is constantly vibrating, we're all changing all the time, because we've never had this moment. I've never had this moment before, but we're all changing, and we're all doing things that we've never done before, and that keeps our vibration strong and really high. Okay, so I'm gonna go like 8 minutes in, so enjoy. Let me know in the comments, do you love this? Does it make any sense to you? Does it bring up an emotion? Does it bring up some happiness? Does it bring up a feeling of, I've seen this before? Because I feel like I've definitely been drawing these for a very long time. Okay, so I'm going to go and finish putting my silver touches into the rest of this work. And obviously, if you're interested in this piece, you can always email me. It's KLM, allthingsnatural@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. I'm hoping to have some kind of lovely Etsy shop going forward, so I can paint, draw, get these alive, so you've got more of a concise way of purchasing. But for now, I want to leave you to have a little gaze at this one here. I'm really taken with this. I'll try and hold my hand so steady.